What up, Skin? Welcome to Bar Vibes with Bryce the Fourth, giving out raw reaction and interacting with the masses. No subject is safe. You hear the people and the noises, but that's the point because without the people, what is the point? Embracing vibrations. Just a quick disclosure, I am currently watching the Champions League final or semi-final right now with Man City playing Real Madrid. So they just scored. I'm a little dejected, but the show must go on. First and foremost, always got to start with the birds, but there's not much really to talk about right now, obviously, with it being, the off season or whatever. Kudos to Jalen Hurts getting his Masters. That's fire. And then, they have, rookie, you have the rookie OTAs and stuff like that, which is dope. Saw a couple of, hype up videos. There's not much to talk about other than also Commanders officially sold Magic Johnson, Josh Harris, which is a really weird dynamic because if you don't know, Josh Harris also owns the Sixers and he also owns the New Jersey Devils. So him owning the Commanders is kind of weird for Phillies fans. I know I'm keeping him out of practices because we don't want any of that shit. Stay far away when we are practicing, Josh. But I don't like it because the Commanders, the football team, the Redskins were all shitty when they had Dan Snyder. I knew going into every year they were going to be shitty, and now they might have a competent owner who can spend some money. Not liking that, but we shall see. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with that. Obviously, the biggest news right now is that NBA playoffs. Sixers got bounced. Doc Rivers gets fired. Joel Embiid saying weird things about blame. Well, I listened to it, it did, and I hate to say it, but it did kind of say he was blaming other people and not just himself. He did throw that little nugget in there like, yeah, I could be better, but it kind of sounded like you were saying that everyone else was to blame when you only had 13 points in the final game. Spot the lie, you could have stepped up. Get your ladder out. I mean, I know you're 7'2", but he needed to step it up a little bit more. People keep saying they're not sure about the Doc Rivers firing, but when you are a coach who's been losing constantly when the game is online, I believe it's when he's on a go ahead, so like when he's 3-2 or 3-1, he's lost 7 times and then he's lost 10 game 7s. That is unacceptable. At some point things need to change, and clearly you can't get rid of Joel Embiid. Don't know what's going to happen to Harden. He just opted out of his last year deal because he said he wants that 4-year deal where he could be a star and play free. Obviously, Sixers are going to be number 1 on that list. And Daryl Morey, who had a fucking terrible presser today. This man, it sounded like he was just trying to get out of the interview like as fast as possible. They did ask him about James Harden. He said that he was priority to get him back, in Philly, but I don't know, man. He said he wants a better roster. I don't know how they're gonna do that. We shall see. Suns out of the playoffs, even with KD, even with Book, and then Monty Williams, their coach, gets fired. Why does Chris Paul still have a job? He didn't do shit. I get it. You get all these opportunities with these really nice players, but I mean, you're firing coaches who are winners. Not Doc Rivers. He hasn't won a championship since 2008. But I saw the stat there. The last 3 coaches that have won a championship, other than Spoelstra, have been fired. That is a really weird thing. It's like, I mean, it is, what have you done for me lately when it comes to sports? And if you're not producing, the front office has the option to just say, you got to go. And Doc Rivers is going to get a job somewhere else. Monty Williams is going to get a job somewhere else. It's just a matter of time before, when you're not performing, you're going to get fired. It's just what happens. Nikola Jokic for the Nuggets does everything in his power to take game 1 away from the Lakers. He had a triple-double, 32, I think, 32, 17, and 14. Don't quote me on that, but I know he had a triple-double, and it was amazing. AD had a quiet 40, but Jokic was getting basically everything he could. He was keeping Anthony Davis in space, and instead of on the block where AD could you post him up and he had as an opportunity to block a shot, he only had one. But Jokic was just doing the first 3 quarters was all him, just all him dishing it, scoring it, spacing the floor. I mean, it's a big man who can shoot. They put Rui Hachimura on him, and I think that's when it slowed him down because Rui on offense can take him left and right, east and west. And Rui's a bigger guy. He's like 6'8", 240, 250, so it's not like he can like willingly back him down. And then when the Nuggets are just hitting shots, Jamal Murray's out there. When Jokic's supporting cast is giving him exactly what he's asking them for, which is, I'm going to give you the ball in the easiest spot possible. You just need to make the shot. And that's what they did last night, and they still barely won, and that is the issue here. Because if the Lakers go, oh yeah, if Bron gives us like 10 more points, or if AD gets a couple more stops, they would have beat the Nuggets. They would have. It would have been simple as that. So in this fashion, the Nuggets did everything they could to beat them, and the Lakers they had like a kind of an off day. That kind of tells you the Lakers might be a better team, or it might be a better matchup. We don't know. First game, we'll see. But for basketball, that's it. I'm not. This has nothing to do with the Celtics beating the Sixers. I'm not really too interested in the whole Celtics Heat series until we see who wins out of that, because I personally feel like the Heat are going to win. I feel like they want it more, and I feel like Jimmy Butler is he's just being a killer as he always is. And if Jason Tatum has those type of games where he just goes to 1 for 12 in a whole 2.5 quarters, the Heat are not going to let up. They got shooters, and they might get their best shooter back in Tyler Hero. Well, not their best shooter, better scorer. But again, another we shall see. Ja Morant, man, I feel like I reacted this way the first time he did it, but again, here you go, toting the Thule on IG Live again. What are you doing, my boy? The NBA is handing you this cash, and they're just literally saying, don't fuck up. Just be normal. Put your gun down. And he's like, nah, I'm good. And the wild part is that he didn't live that life, and why would you want to live that life right now? It's like I feel bad for Adam Silver, because it's like you go into the boss's office and he tells you like, hey man, we're not supposed to be doing this. He's like, yeah, no, I got you. I know I messed up. I know I fucked up. I'll never do that again. 2 months later, back at it again with another gun, a different gun, all on the internet. I thought it was hilarious that the dude's IG Live only had like 113 viewers, but the internet is unfucking defeated. The internet is like infinity, 2 million billion, and 0. They're gonna catch you. They couldn't have deleted it faster, but somebody screenshotted it way faster than that. You hate to see it. You really do. But other than that, NHL playoffs, I'm not really following it. I know that there's some mid-tier teams that are in it. Nobody. I personally don't care. For me, hockey is just Flyers or nothing. But we shall see about that as well. As far as footy goes, as I'm watching footy, as far as footy goes, Liverpool, you'll never walk alone. Scratching and clawing their way back, trying to get the 4th place so we can play in the European Champions League next year. I can't remember the last time. Well, I can't remember, but it's been a while since I've watched footy and Liverpool wasn't in the Champions League. For those of you who don't know, that's the best teams from each club level in each European country playing for a championship. And then so in the Premier League, the top 4 go automatically, and they're in 5th right now. I think they're 2 points back, and there's 2 other teams that are also trying to make sure that we don't make it there. Newcastle and Man U. I think we can do it if we keep winning and they drop 1. We're good. And you couldn't have told me that right now that Liverpool would have 7 straight wins. It's weird. I'm not knocking it, not at all. I'm not knocking it one bit. But still on the footy tip, Notts County played Chesterfield in the National League. So the National League is under League 2. So it goes Premier League, Championship League, League 1, League 2, and then you're out of European football, and then you're in the National League trying to get your way back into, European football. And I watched it, and it might have been the best football match I've watched all year. The drama was out of control, and like I made sure that I didn't know who won. It was Notts County won, but if you watch it, you be like, oh shit, they about to get waxed. It was full of everything, and then they went to Penals. They have my blessing for best football match of the year. Two random thoughts, one sports related, one not. The sports related one is, I realized that, okay, so I watch random highlights, NFL throwback on YouTube, shit like that, and I'll be watching it, and if you watch football like back in the day, and they have like the ticker where it tells you like the scores, so I'm watching like a football game from like 2004, and I see the ticker in the corner, and it says that the Eagles were losing to the Browns. I got mad. Like, I literally was like, damn, I can't believe losing to the Browns. I'm like, oh. There's such thing as being obsessed with sports, and it's not a bad thing, but it is a thing. I was like, what? How the fuck are they losing to the Browns right now? Not even that. It had nothing to do. I mean, that was 19 years ago, but I was genuinely upset to the point where after I was done watching the highlight, because it was a Chiefs Falcons highlight, I went back to watch that game to see if they won or not, and they did in overtime, which was a really good game. It was a T.O. game. The year that we went to the Super Bowl when T.O. had like 2 touchdowns. But I was like, damn it, why am I getting mad at this? It was 2004. It was so weird. My non-football random thought was, so when I walk occasionally, and there's this one corner where I walk where there's a homeless guy, and he always has a sign. And I'm sure at this point he recognized me, but when I first started seeing him, he still didn't say anything to me. He never asked me for money, but he's asking for money from the people in the cars for money, and it got me to thinking like, damn, it's either he's afraid to ask me, or he's like, that nigga ain't got no money. I ain't gonna waste my time asking him for $1. I'm like, damn, am I down bad? Like, should I feel some type of way that this man's not asking me for money? I should walk up to him like, yeah, nigga, I got all this cash. What's up? But nah, I just was thinking about it like, damn, is he not asking me for money? Because he think I don't got it? Like, that, he ain't got it. Wild. But yeah, I'm going to continue to watch footy. Man City's winning. God damn it. Big ups to the first state. Stay focused and be great. Take a sip. Much love from the kid. Enjoy your day. Enjoy life. And let the summer begin. It is upon us.